It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. The Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Clemson's offense will go to work first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent to play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Leaves it with the running back. Got a little space. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, Texas and Texas A&M have been going at it today, and we finally have a winner. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Just a little off. Incomplete. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Kicking team.
That's one that's just inexcusable. Fair catch signal, you got to pull up. 15-yard penalty. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Finds this big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to pound it in. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Jet sweep to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Finds his man. It's Rodgers. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Breaks into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Takes the handoff. It's Stockton. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Using the quick game. Trying to hit him with the quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Looking for the score. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck, and he can't get it out of there. It's blocked. And after the block punt and all that followed, they'll start this drive inside their 30. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone. The Sneak scores it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. The give to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Rushes on him. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Catch in the middle, it's Stockton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Riddick.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Caught over the middle, it's Riddick. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Buys a little time with his feet. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Out of the shotgun on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clark. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Snags it quickly on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is. And he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending.
Oh, Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. We're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now...
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pena.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Right back to the well. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting it on their in-state rival.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work for the 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Can't connect on his 1st throw.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the big tight end. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Looking for space. It's Sullivan. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point gets them a little closer at 31-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Clark. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And it's going to be hard for this offense. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
Flying out to the left. The 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Stockton. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They want to run this quarterback. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Shakes off the defender. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
To the air, it's Bryant. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. These quarters going to give them some space. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Gamecocks have moved it inside the 20. From the red zone, it's Stockton. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quickly complete. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This is a money play on third and goal. On the move. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front, now setting up fourth.
Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Bryant. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Now don't forget, I'm sure he hasn't. He had one blocked earlier. Slips through the line. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit